What's up, guys? I just got home from work. I'm in my car and I wanted to talk about night shift truck driving. I've been truck driving for 4 years, and 2 of those years were in night shift. And night shift is tough. It's tough, honestly. It's you need to be a tough guy to make it, to be honest. And the night shift that I'm speaking of specifically was like, because I know there's different variations. Some people could do night shift and they start at 3 p.m. or 4 p.m. When I say night shift, I'm referring to I would be at the yard at 8 to 8:30 p.m. and I would not be opening the door to my house till maybe like 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. Some nights it was a little earlier, and then the really long nights it could be up to, like, I remember I had a couple nights where I didn't get home till like 9 a.m. and those were like, you know, crazy nights. And yeah, the kind of truck driving I did was we would drive around 3 hours out, and we would meet up with other guys coming from another state, and we would just meet up in designated like truck stops or dirt lots, and we would swap trailers, and then we would come back. And if you were hauling doubles, you would deliver each trailer to a certain facility, or if you just had a 53, you would just go to one facility and then grab an empty, and then end the night. And just that, it would take like 8 hours. Some of the routes were a little longer, and it would go up to like 9 hours. So yeah, kind of. And then also you could have delays, breakdowns, you know how it goes in trucking. And then that's when you get the crazier hours, or accidents where the freeway gets stopped to a halt. So that's where you get the other crazier hours that add up. But if you're interested in night shift truck driving, I would say you have to get a routine down that puts you in the best opportunity to succeed every night, because night shift truck driving is gonna wear you to a bone. You're gonna be so tired. You've never been this tired before. Never. I had some really bad nights, and I had nights where I was like sharp as a razor blade because of the adrenaline that you get when you're like flying down the highway. And yeah, so you need to get a good routine. Like when you get home from work, you gotta obviously eat, go to sleep, try to like black out your room, cover all the sources of natural sunlight, and you gotta try to make it as quiet as possible. And obviously you have family at home that may make noise and you can't really control it. So what you could do is turn on white noise to help you sleep better. That's what I would do. I would turn on my iPad and put like a fan sound, or I actually had a fan, so sometimes I'll just actually have the fan. Or you could do like the like I said with the iPad, a fan sound, and that'll drown out a lot of noise, like if your family's like doing things here and there in the house. So that's your sleep. You want to get as much sleep as possible. Maybe by the time you go to sleep and you need to wake up for your shift, that's only 6 hours. Maybe it's 7, maybe it's 8, who knows. But you just sleep as much as you can, And when you get up, you want to eat healthy. Like you want to try to eat as natural as possible. You don't want to be eating junk food like a cheeseburger or pizza or things like that. You want to eat pretty clean, because all that's gonna wear on you throughout the night. So I would actually have like beans, and I'll cook myself a piece of steak or eggs, or sometimes I'll have a burrito, a carne asada burrito. But I would never have pizza. or cheeseburgers or things like that. Because of course I tried it a few times and like, man, it makes your night way too hard for no reason. Like, why do you actually have to have the pizza? If you really want to have pizza that bad, eat it in the morning when you get back from work, and then you're gonna go to sleep anyway, so it kind of doesn't matter. And then also throughout the night, your body kind of doesn't even get hungry, to be honest. That was my experience of it, and a lot of other drivers had similar experiences. You're not really so hungry where you're like gonna eat like a meal like you would in the daytime. You might just get a little like hungry where like a apple or a banana will satisfy your hunger. And that's what I would do. I would leave the house with like 3 large water bottles, my big mug of black coffee, and like 2 bananas. Sometimes I wouldn't even eat both bananas. Sometimes it would just be one of the bananas. So yeah, you want to just be as healthy as possible. And if you're not the healthy guy, and if you have trouble like sticking to the kind of diet that I just explained, it's gonna be a rough ride. You probably won't make it past a few weeks, for sure not a few months. Because a lot of the guys who've been doing it for years, this is the kind of thing they would do. And that's how I built my routine, by asking them. I asked them like, hey man, how do you do night shift truck driving? And they gave me the tips. They're like, black out your room when you sleep. You gotta eat healthy. When you come out at night, don't be coming with like chocolate bars and soda. All that's gonna give you a sugar crash after you eat it, and you're gonna be way worse off than you were when you thought you were tired. So you wanna, if you're a coffee drinker, I would straight up get used to drinking black coffee. That's what I would do. I wouldn't even put a sugar in it or anything. And that's what I would rock with. Some of the guys didn't even drink coffee, so they would just have nothing. They would just be water all night and a piece of fruit, like some apples. Natural sugar is good, like apples, bananas. But yeah, that's how you gonna do night shift. And once you're in night shift, man, it's gonna beat you up. Hopefully you're getting paid well, because it's gonna beat you up really bad, man. You on your days off, you're gonna be so tired. You're actually gonna feel legitimately sick, where you might have to go lay down. That's how at first I thought I was like getting sick like the first few weekends, but I slowly realized over those 2 years that like that's just how it happens. Your body got adjusted to the night during the week, and then you have one day off where you're trying to be up during the day to hang out with your friends and family, and go to those family parties on your day off. And man, you feel so bad. You're so out of it. You're so tired. You literally feel like genuinely sick. So that's just part of the game. Some guys just man up and go through it. Like me, I'm single, I'm not married, so like if I felt really that shitty, I would just go lay down. Sometimes I'll like open a beer or two, and it'll kind of make the feeling go away, and then from there you could like write that out. But yeah, and then when you're gonna go back to work, I would probably sleep almost like 12-13 hours straight. It was insane. And now that I'm in day shift, on my days off I could barely sleep 8 hours. So it's just crazy like how exhausted you are when you're in the night shift, where like you could sleep like 12-13 hours. After I would do the full week, and then I'll have like one day off, and then there was gonna be the day where I was gonna wake up and then go to work at night. That from the night before till when I will wake up, maybe like 4 p.m. or 5 p.m., I would straight up sleep, like I said, 13-14 hours. So yeah, I could talk more about this endlessly. I have endless stories about night shift, about my coworkers, about things I saw. Let me know if you find any of this interesting, and I could definitely make more content on it, more videos, and share some cool stories. Thanks for watching.